Clay Per View. Watch Speedway live or on demand. And SRV Road Freight Services. Excellence in motion. Bring you Speedway Nation with Jared Ash and Ryan Harris. Right across the SEN network.
Hancey's Turf, Australian late model title this weekend. I got a bit of a buzz about this one. Tonight, well, as you're listening to this, it's probably happening right now, but tonight, Queensland late model title on a Wednesday night, school night special. Excited about that, 40-odd cars, and then that's effectively the bit of a prelude for Hancey's Turf, Australian late model title this weekend. Ripper Field. Holy smokes, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's very good. So it's the biggest field of late models ever assembled in Queensland ever. It's the 5th biggest national title in history in terms of car numbers. The last time the Australian title for late models was held in Queensland, it was Kingaroy, had 25 cars. So there's some growth, there's some excitement, and there's a lot of people up and about this weekend. And if early indications are the ticket sales, I'm tipping it's going to be another big night. So everyone's looking forward to it. And there is a lot of storylines throughout this field about this weekend, which is really quite exciting and very, very wide open, Jared.
Well, I'm trying to, as I come into most of these weekends that we're involved in covering with Clay Per View or involved in commentating or yourself involved in promoting, you sort of try and get your head wrapped around who are the contenders, who you look at. It is proper wide open. So, of course, American Pierce Mercado, that's a nice little feather. We've got an international here as part of the Australian title. Nice deal done to get that happening and an American over here when there's a busy American season going on.
Yeah.
You look towards the defending national champion, Brent Vosbergen. He's coming off that suspension. He's appealed it. He's overturned that for what happened at the Victorian late model title. Hasn't had a lot of racing. Hasn't raced at Toowoomba. Well, it's coming in with not a whole lot of form under your belt.
But we'll be fine, I'm sure.
Oh, can wheel. Let's be honest.
If we get the racetrack right, the racing will speak for itself. Mm-hmm. So if it's slick to the fence like the ultimate grand final was a couple of weeks ago, the late models won't have any problem at all running around on any lane they like with that mechanical grip. So I think that's where the class is really going to start to shine through with these guys that do it, particularly from Western Australia. There's a big contingent from WA coming over, and any of those guys should be able to roll around here pretty well and adapt pretty quickly, particularly with all the racing that they've got. So there's a lot of hot laps, and it's 2 heats first night, prelim final on Friday, another heat, more hot laps, all that kind of stuff for the second night.
This is after the Queensland title,
Correct.
Which is obviously on as well. So plenty of racing for the entire week. As you mentioned, the WA contingent will be very strong. Plenty of fast guys and girls from there. Veronica McCann making the journey across, Michael Holmes, Joe Chalmers.
Yeah,
they're
Luke Halliday, Jason Oldfield, very impressive contingent from WA coming over.
The balancing act is what compares? Is it a Geraldton? What compares over there to Toowoomba? Like you said, if the racetrack's smooth and slick and top to bottom, the size won't really matter. But those guys that do 15 nights a year at the Motorplex, just a wee bit different from the Motorplex to Toowoomba.
Yeah, they'll have to be very, very good very, very quickly. That's when you come back to people like Darren Kane, who's obviously an absolute freak and a superstar, won this event previously. He's been very good around here all year. Mm-hmm. And you could tell, even though he's run seconds and thirds and hasn't won a race here.
Been trying things.
Yeah, been trying a lot of stuff and been really, really smart. Brad Pascoe jumps into a Dominator late model for this weekend as well. And, he ran second in not the okay car, not the greatest equipment. It was a really good field here a few months ago. Mm-hmm. Ran second, didn't do anything, didn't set the world on fire at all, just plodded around, did what he needed to do and rolled the bottom like a boss and went to the front. So he'll be good. Daniel Cassidy, he was unreal here. He won that last show, the prelude event that we had here last meeting. He's current Australian number 2, is outstanding at Warrnambool. Super good guy, really, really quick. He'll be impressive. Todd Bailey, I think he won the Tango in Toowoomba at the start of the season. Correct. His thing was electric around here as well. Brad Smith, he's a defending Queensland champion. He's been really good too. And he's a little crate engine rocking and rolling, just a experienced racer with a lot of racecraft that just knows what he needs to do. So, he's there.
He's been doing this game a long time. He's done so many shows at Toowoomba, both in a Super Sedan and a late model, doing a lot of tripping around. We talk about the late model racing that's been happening around Australia. That Tassie title recently was very impressive. Great field of cars down there. A lot of these guys are coming in with a fair bit of form. They've done a lot of big shows up and down the East Coast. So there's potential that there's a fair few guys on the East Coast that are coming in with just as much form as the guys on the West Coast. Yeah,
that's exactly right. Ryan Fennick is exceptional as well. Callum Harper. Like, the list goes on. It is an incredible lineup of late models. The division is cool. We know that. It's the most popular speedway division in the world. It's ginormous to America. We know that. It just hasn't taken off like we all know it probably can, and everyone's on the fence and how excited they are for it. Potentially this weekend might be that tipping point that electrifies, dare we say it, late models on the East Coast of Australia.
Well, that's, if we're being honest, that's probably what should have happened after that Australian Championship was held here in 2015 at Kingaroy Speedway. Probably should have been the kickoff point to go, righto, let's build late models from here. Maybe potentially might have been mismanaged a little bit. We might have needed to put a few things in different places with how things were going for late models. This might be that little go, hey, these things are cool. There can be some conversations happening amongst people. What's it cost you to run them? All that sort of stuff. Might be a few more interested parties after this weekend going, hey, I should get myself one of these because the racing was fantastic. A couple little subplots in this here, Ryan.
Yeah.
Darren Kane, current Australian Super Sedan champion. He's also a former national champion in late models, or a former Australian champion. He could be the first to win 2 Australian championships in 2 different divisions in one season. One L McHugh, current Australian sprint car champion. So you've got the Australian sprint car champion, the Australian Super Sedan champion, both racing in the Australian late model title. Both going for that glory of being the first person to ever win 2 national championships in the same season in a national category. There's different divisions in karting, and I know that happens all the time and all that sort of stuff. I don't think it's ever been done properly in a senior division open ranks like this.
No, I can't think of it ever happening before, and Darren Kane's is as good as chance as anyone. Absolutely. Like, phenomenally good chance, great shot. They'll have everything they need. The guy knows how to race. He's in as good as form he's ever been in. Even the other night, like, he was just rolling through the middle, doing what he needed to do, hitting his numbers. The guy's a freak. So I can't wait. I really cannot wait for the title this weekend. Saturday night's electric. V8 Dirt Modified, 5,000 win champion of champions. Grand final, the Toowoomba Steering and Suspension Smackdown Series for modified sedans. Who run an Outlaws format on the Saturday. It's just AMCA Queensland Title as well, and a demolition derby for everyone that gets excited about that. Queensland versus New South Wales, state of origin, 12 on 12, 24 cars. Get into it. It's just a fun night on Saturday at High Tech Halls Toowoomba Speedway.
Well, you mentioned the support class lineup. It's a great experience for those guys to be on a Australian Championship weekend to go, right, hey, we get to put our class up here. The V8 Dirt Modified racing on a track like that should be off its head, should be fantastic and showcase exactly what that division can do. A week before their Australian Championship as well. Really great showcase for those guys. The modified sedans are always excellent around Toowoomba, but you put them on a night like this where they go, hey, I know there's going to be a whole heap of sedan fans from around the country here in Toowoomba watching. They'll show out on a night like that. The AMCA Nationals, they're going to love it. If it's slick top to bottom, that'll be perfect for them. Queensland Title, they've been in great form as well this season. So 3 fantastic support categories. There's no real support category on that weekend. They're all big events, all on that Saturday night. Demo Derby, kids love the Demo Derby. Let's get excited. Adults might love it too, actually, that State of Origin Demo Derby. Looking forward to that this weekend. Wide open field, plenty of chances amongst there. If you can't make it there, you can tune in on Clay Per View, catch all the action. But Ryan Harris, I'm looking forward to getting up the hill to High Tech Halls Toowoomba Speedway this weekend for the Hancey's Turf Australian Late Model title.
This is SEN Speedway Nation for Clay Per View. Watch Speedway live or on demand. And SRV Road Freight Services. Excellence in motion.